Okay, so we're just going to have a nice look at some of our couch stretch variations here. This is a great way of developing some mobility for your hip flexors and quad. And today we're going to throw in a little bit of some rotation with it as well. So first we're going to start from this kind of direct vertical pillar, having your knee underneath you. If you need some padding, get a towel or some foam cushioning there. So we want to just be nice and straight, okay? We're driving that knee heavily down into the ground. We're squeezing the glute, we're using the abs in the front to kind of pull up on the front of the pelvis. And obviously we've got this foot supported back here, so that's kind of pulling the heel in close towards the buttock to bring that additional stretch into the quad. From here, we can just kind of take a series of deep breaths. Your fullest exhale actually really helps to set this position up. So as you're exhaling, often the mid-back is going to kind of press back a little bit towards the wall behind you. As you inhale, you try to kind of keep that form and breathe in a 360-degree expansion, so kind of breathe in everywhere. We want to make sure that when we're having this leg back here, we're not just kind of arching into a position like this. So the big exhale helps to kind of close that down. And if you can sustain that form as you inhale back in, that's fantastic. One thing that helps, sometimes reaching the hands forward or pressing forward, using a band or an exercise band to kind of press your arms forward into that. Driving those shoulder blades forward around the back makes it very hard to kind of lose this position and come into an arch, okay? So that's our couch stretch. From there, if we want to kind of buy some rotation, what we want to do, take one hand, put it on the couch or whatever you're using for your bench here, and then basically just kind of bring this other hand towards that or towards your hip. Continue to maintain your focus on staying really strong in the glute and driving the leg down into the ground. We can take that a little further by moving the foot around, and maybe here you want to just take your hand and put it on that knee to give you a little bit of balance. Okay, so as we're rotating the pelvis, we're really starting to kind of take this hip into internal rotation. Okay, if we want to kind of take that hip to external rotation, we can do the opposite. And usually we're going to be able to bring this knee around 90 degrees. Again, you can take your hand, put it on top of your knee, other hand is on the bench over here, and you're continuing to kind of maintain that focus on driving strongly down into the ground and maintaining those same kind of connections that we were talking about, pulling up from the front and strong in the glute. Okay, so that's how we can develop some of our internal and external rotation at the hip, which is often restricted by some of this musculature around the quad. And so it's a fantastic way to kind of get after that. All right, hope that helps.